Hi guys, I'm Ondřej Bartas and I work at blueberry.io. And we are located in Prague and we are using React for almost 2 years. And in the beginning, we have something like this. We were using React as template engine. And well, it's not so good when you use like a lot of divs and like original elements from the DOM. So when you have this very sign-up form, let's talk it. This sign-up form is for our this dinosaur, which is basically grayscale because it doesn't have any style, any colors, anything. And then somebody came to our form and added some styles, added some classes, and our dinosaur is now very nice colored. But whatever, in the meantime, somebody copy-pasted our sign-up form and created sign-in form. And so we end up with 2 dinosaurs, and those 2 dinosaurs were very different. And this is something which is inconsistency in your application. And it's horrible because sometimes you update something, edit some, for example, button, padding, whatever, and it's not the same everywhere in the page. So basically, we need to somehow extract the small parts, and by this extraction, it's very easy because we are able to find out the smaller components, and then we are able to compose them in higher order components or in bigger components. Very easy. And when somebody just style them, it's not so big deal because you will end up with colored components, and then you will end up with both 2 dinosaurs, which are basically exactly same, with different functionality, but it looks same. But main problem with this approach is that you will end up with lots of components. Basically, in our application, one of our production applications, we have like 125 components, which are just like building blocks of our application. And for developer to recognize which function, or sorry, which component he would like to use somewhere in the application, it's kind of not so good. So you need to find out how to deliver to developer those components. So you need to find out how to write some style guide or some playground where you are able to show possibilities of those components which you already have in the application. So you will not end up with duplicating your own work again and again. So you will not end up with 2 buttons, for example. And it's funny, 2015. Last year, here, we started to work on some prototype, and we built BlueKit, which we firstly introduced in our meetup like 5 months ago. And BlueKit is a very simple component, which is using some gulp task, which is doing AST transformation around your all components which you have in the project. And it generates basically all the components in very unified view, where you are able to find out which props the component has. You are able to play with the props, and you are able to see all the variants for a given prop, for example. So this will help you to find out edge cases of the components, styling, and other parts. You are able to play with the component because we think about how we are using our components in normal Redux applications. So for example, when you have onChange and value in the same component as the props, you mostly use onChange as changing the value in the props. So when you call the onChange, it will update the value which is given to your component in the preview. And how we use it in normal life, we are using it mostly for the designers, so they are able to tell us, hey, this component doesn't look so good. And the second thing is, when we are designing the components, we are always thinking about exactly only one component. So we are able to say, hey, this component will have this API, and so this component is more testable, and it allows us to play with it all together when you are developing, basically. So on the right side, I have editor. On left side, I have BlueKit, and it's helping me. For example, when I add a new color and save the file, it's automatically creating new variant, so I can see how it's working. I can say, hey, I don't want a simple button, but I will try reactive. And for example, here I will change hi. Hello.
Or I can change it to goodbye. Yeah. Thank you very much.